Hi guys, so today I have another April book haul because okay, and I think I have like 7 books to show you, and so let's just get started. So the first book I have here is Inda by Sherwood Smith, and I'm sure some of you know that Samantha from Novels and Nonsense is hosting a read-along, and it's called Inda Club read along. So there are 4 books within this series, so each month from April on we'll be reading all the books. So apparently this series follows Inda, who is the second son of the prince, but the prince who is his father is not like in line to the throne. I think the second sons and their world and their side, they never really leave home. They are trained at home to protect and defend their land, but it is the first son who goes out throughout the world and who is really trained and really, you know, I guess like the head of the household and like the face of their name and everything. But there is a war that is coming, and so the king has changed the rules a little bit, and he wants the second sons to go to the military academy with the first son so that they can defend the kingdom and this war that's coming on. So I know there's more to this story than that, but I'm not really 100% sure, but I'm really excited to read it. And I think there's going to be like a lot of court intrigue and drama, and probably with different like royal families and stuff like that. You know, I like stuff like that. And so I really can't wait to read this. I'm super excited. There is a map, so I will show you the map to this book, and that's what it looks like. It's really nice. I actually like it a lot. And then this is the Empire here, so I'm excited to read it. The next book I have, I'm so excited for it because I just finished the other book, the previous book, and I can't wait to read this one. And that is Prince Caspian by C.S. Lewis, and this is the 4th book in the Chronicles of Narnia if you're reading them chronologically. So the first one is The Magician's Nephew, the second one is Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the third one is The Horse and His Boy, which I just finished and I loved it. It was so good. I had like a Narnia hangover. And I feel like Narnia is my homeland. I need help, but I'm so excited to read this one. And isn't the cover really nice? I love all the purples and the yellows and the pink. It's just beautiful. And your boy Aslan right there. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so you know. But I'll show you guys the map. This is what Narnia, my homeland, looks like. Yes, I can't wait to read this. I think this one follows Prince Caspian, who is the rightful ruler, but there is a false king on the throne, and so Prince Caspian is trying to gather an army together to defeat this false king and to take his rightful place on the throne. So I'm excited for this book. I can't wait to read it. The next book I have is called The Princess and the Goblin, and this is by George MacDonald, and he influenced C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. And The Hobbit is one of the first fantasy books that I've ever read, so I feel like it's weird to say, but I never think of Tolkien as having influences, like as him being influenced by someone, but clearly he was. And so this book follows Princess Irene, and she finds this stairway and it leads into this like labyrinth of magic. I don't know, like this whole interesting world. There's also this goblin that live below the mountain, and they are trying to, I guess, take over the kingdom. And so Princess Irene has, guess what, a magic ring. Have we heard that before? And she hopefully is going to try to use this ring to see if she can defeat the goblins. So I'm excited to read this, and I guess this is considered a children's book, like, you know, young readers. So I should go by pretty fast, but I can't wait. I'm like so happy to read this book. I don't know why. I just think it sounds really cool. But there are some pictures in here, so I'll show you. This one, slightly scary, you know. I thought that was a little scary. So that's another one. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. Next book I have is Oath of Fealty by Elizabeth Moon. And I did not read the other series that begins this whole thing, but I think it's okay, you know. So apparently what happens within this series is they have found the rightful heir to the throne, who is half elf. There's like a lot of political struggles. People are trying to take the throne from him, and the main family that's doing it is this family of mage lords, which I really like mage lords a lot. I think they're very interesting and cool. This family is trying to, you know, take over, and so they have to find someone within the family that's also a mage lord that has not been tainted by innocent blood to fight against them. So it's pretty much someone has to fight against their family for the king and for the kingdom. So I think there's going to be a lot of political struggles, and I just like books like that. I think there's like kings being pinned against one another, and there's like darkness trying to take over and overshadow the worlds and everything. So I'm just totally excited to read it, clearly. And of course there is a map in this book, so that's what it looks like. I don't like it too much, but you know, whatever. I think there might be 3 or 4 books in this series. I'm not sure. I'll put it in the description. The next book I have is The Power of the Sower, and I am buddy reading this month with Akoss. I'll leave the link to her channel in the description. And this book I've been wanting to read for quite a while. One of my friends said it's really, really good. He really enjoyed it. Now this isn't fantasy. This is like science fiction dystopian situation going on. In this world, there's like environmental struggles, economic struggles, social chaos going on, and the main character, her family dies. I don't know if they're murdered, but I'm not sure, and they die, and they she kind of has to fend for herself, so she has to leave her home, leave her area, and go to another part of America, and to this other, you know, like places she's never been in, into this chaos. And so it basically says that she has visions of the future of humanity, and a new faith is reborn. So I have no idea, but I hope it's really good. I hope I enjoy it. I think this is a trilogy too, because I know there's another book afterwards called The Power of the Talents, but I'll leave it in the description as well because I'm not 100% sure. The next book I have, my friend got for me because she's so nice, and it is Blood of Dragons by Hobb. This is the 4th and final book in the Rainwild Chronicles, which is one of my favorite series ever. I love the Rainwilds. I would live in the Rainwilds, you know. I just think it's the best place in the world, the fantastical world, and I totally love the elderlings and everything like that. This series basically follows a group of dragons who, they're very weak, and they're not like dragons the way we think of dragons, because the conditions in which they were hatched and all these kind of things, but they are being cared for by the dragon keepers, and they feed them, you know, they hunt for them, they look after them, they clean them and everything. And so basically the dragons have these ancestral memories, and they're trying to get back to their ancestral homeland through these ancestral memories, which is kind of like a mythological elderling city. I did a book review on the first book, Dragon Keeper, so I'll leave the link to that in the description, but you definitely need to check it out, and you definitely need to read it next month, okay? Add that to your TBR. And the final book that I got is neither science fiction nor fantasy, but I just really want to read it, and it is The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. So I recently watched a movie and I really liked it, so I wanted to get the book. And honestly, when this book first came out, or like when I first heard about it, I was like, shady. And the more I heard people talk about it, the more I'm like, wait a minute, I think I applied The Secret without really knowing it, and not really knowing that it was that secret. So I don't know, I want to read it. I want to see like what it's about, you know, what it says. It just seems really interesting to me. And yeah, so those are all the books that I purchased, and you guys can tell me if you've read any of these books, what you thought about them. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, rest of this month of April, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.